Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I have picked a easy problem which says we have to reverse vowels of a given string. So through this problem we will also learn how to normally reverse a string. Let's quickly understand the problem. We are given a input string and here we all might have come across a problem where we had to reverse the string. In normal reverse string problem, we take string from both ends and reverse it. So in this case, if we are given ice cream and if it was a normal problem where we had to reverse a string, then the reverse string would have been M swapped with I, A swapped with C, E swapped with E, R swapped with C, and then C, R, E, A, M, and then E, C, and I. So in this manner, we would have reversed the string. But this is not the case. In this one, we simply have to take it, simply have to choose those alphabets which are included in vowels only. So in this case, we only have to consider I, E, E, A in our reversing process. So let's quickly see how we have to get the output. Let me see. In this one, we are given I, C, ice cream. Okay. So in this case, we will pick I, but we will first wait from right side, left side the first string is I, but we have to wait and we have to see that which string from the end is a vowel. So M is not going to get picked. In this case, I is only be reversed when from the right side some character comes up which is a vowel. So we can see from right side we have encountered vowel at second position. So we will simply swap this A and I and M would remain as it is. Now the left pointer from the left end we are simply going to keep it like that and we will check whether we have found any other vowel. See, we have found a vowel and from right side as well you can see it's a vowel only and it's the both are same, so it doesn't matter whether we have found it or found a vowel or not because they are same and it is going to get reversed. So this is how we are going to get the output. Let's quickly jump towards our approach for the particular problem here. So today we are going to solve it with two pointer approach. And as you have seen that we are playing with left and right ends. So let's let's discuss the algorithm I am going to use. In a normal reverse string problem, I have already explained that we used to take reverse. We used to reverse all the characters. And for that, and similar to that fashion, we are going to do the reverse here, but we are going to check as well that if my string is, if the character that I am currently processing is a vowel, so obviously in our solution there is going to be something which includes that if my current string is a vowel or not. So this is for sure going to be our check. And now we will we will take a left pointer and we will take a right pointer, or you will say index. We will maintain pointers or indexes from both ends. This will simply check whether the left pointer is a vowel. If it is a vowel, then it's selected for the reversing process. Now we have to find a vowel from the right end. And if it at all we have found vowels from both the end, then we are going to reverse it. Now I am going to write the approach for this. So we are going to maintain a left pointer, a right pointer from the end. So it is going to be length minus 1. Okay. Now, as we do in two pointer approach, that our left should always be less than right. If at any point my right has come to till left, then we have to stop, because we have already processed the elements from the left and from the right end, and now they are meeting at some point. It means that we are done with our operations. So here I will check, and one of the very important thing we always have to keep in mind while doing this, we always check whether my left pointer should always be less than right pointer. It should never break or never fail this particular constraint. And if my left pointer element at left pointer is a vowel, if it is a vowel, whatever choice, it is up to me how I am going to write this is vowel in the code. And now I will simply increment the left pointer. Similarly, we will pick this scenario and we will move from the right end, and I will check whether my right pointer is a vowel. If it is not a vowel, then simply decrement it. Else, I am going to swap. I'm going to do the swapping of the vowels, and also I am going to increment the left pointer and the right, decrement the right pointer. And then in the end, the processed or the modified array is going to get returned. So this is simply, let's quickly dry run this approach. So for the very first thing, the left pointer is at 0 and the character at left is I. So it is a vowel, right? So we don't need, it is a vowel. So sorry here to update. If it is not a vowel, then only we skip the element or we process it. So yes, the left at we will stop at left pointer and we will check. Now it will check. So if it is a vowel, then I need to find a vowel at the right end as well. If it is a vowel, if it is not a vowel, then I am going to decrement it. So if you see, the character here at 0th position is I, but the character at end at right 7th index, my write it as 7 at this point, and character is M. So it is not a vowel. So no swapping is going to happen. In the next iteration, now it will simply come out of the loop. It will go inside and check. At this point as well, my left pointer is 0 and character at left is I only. But my right pointer has decremented. In this one, this operation, in the last iteration, this operation was performed. Now it is at 6, this position, and it will check the element at 6th index is A. So we have found a vowel at left end and right end. So it is a good time to swap, right? So swapping is going to happen and we will simply swap A with I. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Position here, I'm going to put I and M is going to remain as it is. Okay. And also at this point, since we have processed this element and this element, now it's time to move forward and move backward from its position. So so left pointer is going to increment and it is going at first position. C is present. So C, and C is not a vowel. Okay. So at this point we are going to increment as well. Since C is not a vowel, so this position is going to get incremented and in the next iteration it is going to be 2. And simply we in the last iteration we performed swap, so and we decremented this pointer, so this became 5 and at fifth position it is going to encounter E. This is there is no update in the array, so it is going to be as it is. And at this point, our array is A, C, E, C, R, E, I, N. Okay, we are here. And my left pointer is at C and my right pointer is at E. Now, we can see that at left position we don't have a vowel, but at right position we have a vowel. So we will keep incrementing my left pointer till we find any vowel. So at this point, there is no change in the array and it is going to be as it is. At second position, we can see that we have E. So we have found a vowel, right? So it is not, we don't need to increment this left, so it is not going to enter inside it. My right pointer is at fifth index. At this position as well, it is not a vowel, so we don't need to move my pointer. Now, since we have found and both of them are vowel, then it is time to swap, right? So E and E is going to get swapped, even if we don't see any change in the array, but this is going to get swapped. But we don't end here because we haven't reached the breaking criteria, which is left should be less than right. We have to move until that point. So there should be we have to reach a point until there is no scope of moving my left and right pointers. Hmm. Now, since we have swapped in this iteration, we have made a swap operation, so we have to increment the left and right pointer. So in the next iteration, both of them are going to get incremented and decremented correspondingly. So our I is left pointer is at third position, and at third we have C, and at fourth we have right pointer which is R. Now the question is we don't have any vowel here. So at this point, we see when we enter in this loop, it will check the left pointer is not a vowel. So it will simply increment it. At this position, my left is a vowel. So it will simply increment and it will go to the next iteration. And also there is no change because no swap happened. Now, here you see my 4 is I have incremented my left pointer and now there is time to check whether whether there is a breaking criteria or at the right side since the left pointer is already incremented, it is not a vowel, it has entered in next iteration, and it will check for the right one. It is nothing, it is no, like vowel is not present. And now you will see that at the it will try to again increment in this position. Since we our particular goal here is to find a vowel and keep on incrementing if it is not a vowel. Okay, and the moment we have found a vowel, we will check for the right hand, and the same thing goes on for the right hand, that if we have found a vowel at right hand, we will stop and we will swap it if at all there is a vowel at left hand. And if the vowel is not found at right hand, then keep on moving to the previous item until we have found a vowel. And the moment our index crosses, like it at this point, if we go next, our I is going to be 5 and it is simply going to get the come out of the loop. So this is a very simple and easy problem. Also, I'd like to mention that instead of using if, we can also use while. That while we haven't found any vowel, we can keep on incrementing. And if we haven't found any vowel at right end, we keep on decrementing. So you can use this approach and go ahead and please try to solve using that approach as well. Now it's time to code this. Let's come here and code. Let's move on to writing the code for this. And since I'm solving this in JavaScript, there are few things to be kept in mind. Strings in JavaScript are immutable. So we cannot do something like str0 equals to and then assign a value in it. It is not permissible. We have to do split. We will we will be splitting it, and then in the final, at the time of returning it, we have to join. So the algorithm for any language is going to be same, but for JavaScript we cannot perform simple this we cannot perform the simple assignment on a string. So we need to first split this string and then later on join it. Okay. Yes. Now, as I explained, now let's simply pick this algorithm and see what changes I can do. So there is nothing, whatever I have explained, the similarly I'm going to write the code. I have picked, I taken two pointer, left and right one. So I am taking left, and since I have to compute the length, I have computed the length here. Now simply our loop is going to check whether run until left is less than right, and if my left is less than right, now comes is vowel. So I am simply going to take a list of vowels. It can be done in different fashion, like we can check whether my current character that I am processing is, if it is a e I o u or not. We can simply use a check here, but right now I am just doing a e I o u and a e I o u. So I will simply check whether the element I am currently processing, does that includes this does that includes, if 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 it is not included, like if my current element that I am processing, like left character cats of left is not a vowel, then we will simply increment. And if chars of right is not a vowel, then we will simply decrement the right pointer. Okay. And if both of the cases are there, like it is, if the left pointer we have found a vowel and at right pointer we have found a vowel, then we have found a vowel. We have found the step where we can swap, we can perform the swap like this we did. So like this we did here. We performed a swap only when both of the ends we found a vowel, then we performed the swap. Now it's time to swap. We will simply do a swapping here, which is left and chars of right should be equals to right and left. So this is how we perform swapping in JavaScript. And then we will simply go on and increment the left pointer like we did and decrement the right pointer. So this is a very easy problem. And then, like I mentioned earlier, we are doing the split on this string. Now at the time of returning, we are going to join it back and return. Let's try to run this. Okay, see what is the issue. There's some problem with my window as well. Okay. If yes, so I have done a accessory is there. Okay, in the runtime level, what is the issue? So it's a cat setting of cat. Yes. Yes, so this is accepted and we have submitted it. Let's try to, sorry, let's try to submit. So it is accepted. Solution is accepted. One thing I have asked you all to do is that try to do it using, like, let me simply tweak it like this. So we can, as I already mentioned, that we can simply tweak it and we can check, we can move ahead until we can move ahead until we have found the we have found a vowel from the left end. We can keep on decrementing until we have found a vowel from the right end, and in that case we will check if chars of, if vowels are included in the left and right end, then only we can perform the swap. So now let's simply submit it. Yeah, so this solution is also accepted, and in fact, this is a better approach. So please try this approach, and let's take a quick recap of what I have done till now. So it's simply we have taken a list of vowels, and we will check whether our current character is belong like current character belongs to vowels or not. We have used two pointer approach where we are moving from the left and moving from the right end, and we will simply keep on incrementing until we have found a vowel at left end and right, decrementing until we have found vowel from the right end. And if we have found vowel at the both of ends, then we will do the swapping and simply join back the string. So this is a very easy problem, and this is going to be done in simply big of and time complexity, because we are moving in a one pass. And yeah, please try to write it, please try to do pen paper coding as well, Do the coding on your own and try run the solution as well. Also, thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Thanks.